Hey everyone, it's John here from Hot Take Hockey with some breaking news. Pete DeBoer fired as head coach of the San Jose Sharks. And Doug Wilson, I think he's one of those GMs that are really busy. He's always trying to get the big fish. He's always trying to make moves within his roster. And I think it just came down to, yes, you lost a guy like Donskoy. You lost, obviously, your captain, Joe Pavelski. You lost some pieces there. And there's just been inconsistencies through your forward group. There has been some defensive struggles from your D-core, obviously. I mean, we can point fingers. Obviously, we know Brent Burns has had his defensive struggles even more this year. And if you look at their goaltending, it's been back and forth. Aaron Dell struggles, Martin Jones struggles. It's up and down. The Sharks, for a little bit there in early November, had a few games. They had a stretch there where they were winning again because at the start of the year, they were struggling. And now we're middle of December almost, and they're struggling again. They are sixth in the Pacific Division. They are below 500. And at the end of the day, I think if you're looking at the teams ahead of them and you look last year, the Oilers, Coyotes, Canucks, and then obviously the LA Kings, who have a game in hand and they're only 6 points back. The LA Kings, who have looked horrible this year and do not have a good team on paper at all. So I think if you're looking at the San Jose Sharks, they need to make a change. Doug Wilson makes that change and Pete DeBoer moves on. And it's kind of interesting because, not to flex or anything, but this video I made a couple weeks ago, and now a whole bunch of coaches have gone. It was right after the Babcock firing. I was like, you know what? I'm going to come out and list 5 coaches I could see moving on from the team, being fired from their teams. And so I listed 5 coaches, like I just said, and 3 of them have been fired. So I said Bill Peters, I said John Hines, and I said Pete DeBoer. The other 2 names I said were Peter Laviolette and Claude Julien. So Peter Laviolette, Claude Julien, I think their teams are, again, on an okay streak right now. Obviously, the Montreal Canadiens were on an 8-game losing streak, and they've been okay the last week and a half. The Nashville Predators, again, same thing. I think they've been a little bit better, but again, I don't know if that's completely safe, especially considering I was very high on the Predators once again this year, and I think their roster on paper is really stacked. And then, of course, I think the Preds are, 5th in the division, so not doing great. So I still think Laviolette might be on the hot seat. Somewhat. Same with Julien. I don't think their jobs are completely safe. But I am, again, not happy that people are losing their jobs, but I'm happy that I was somewhat accurate in what we're kind of seeing here. And those 2, in terms of John Hines and Pete DeBoer, were hockey decisions. Obviously, Bill Peters was a different situation. The Flames were kind of struggling regardless, and now look at them. And then, obviously, with what happened with Jim Montgomery, that's completely non-hockey related. So this one is hockey related. The Sharks have struggled. They needed a change. Doug Wilson, instead of making a big trade, which he might still make this year, he decided to go the change of the coaching route. And I don't think Doug Wilson expected the Sharks to do as good as they did last year because they lost a couple pieces. But I do think they expected the Sharks to be a playoff team throughout, whether that was a wild card spot or the 3rd division spot with not as many points as maybe the top 2. But it's weird because the Western Conference has really seen a shift. You're seeing the teams like the Arizona Coyotes and Edmonton Oilers at the top. So I think we'll see what happens. I think the Sharks could maybe get some momentum from this, see that it is a big decision. As I make this video, I'm not sure. And that's kind of what I was waiting for. I'm not sure who the new coach is going to be. If it is a significant one or it's just an interim coach, I probably won't make a new video. But if it is a new head coach completely outside of the organization, I probably will make a new video. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you are new. Hit that like button. Comment your thoughts. This was John from Hot Take Hockey. Have a good one. Peace out.